Well, we had a really good day yesterday, even though it was April Fool's. It was no joke. We actually were able to get out, got into the yards a little bit, did a little bit of aeration, did a little bit of overseeding, getting some stuff, you know, hopefully getting ready to germinate here soon once the ground temperature reaches the necessary temperature of 50 degrees. But as you can see behind me, today was a complete bust. We had some aeration jobs lined up, but the rain rolled in early this morning, and now it's kicking back in this afternoon, which I'll always take the rain. I won't wish it away because it is good for the grass, but it's a little hard to get things done nowadays. But we're hoping maybe tomorrow will be a little bit better, but it sounds like it's going to be another, you know, repeat of today, a little bit of rain. So hopefully starting next week, we'll be able to get back into the yards, start the first treatment of lawns, get that crabgrass pre-emerge and put down, get our springtime aerations done. Hopefully soon thereafter, we're not too far off of putting the blades of grasses. Alright, well, we're rolling out. I'm here with Wild Bill. Say hello to everybody, Wild Bill.
Hello.
We are heading down to one of our fertilizer suppliers. We're going to pick up 4 pallets of the first treatment. We're going to finally be able to get out. Conditions have finally improved enough. Got a little bit of rain at the end of last week, but it dried out nicely over the weekend. So, going to be able to get out of here and go put some fert down, make that grass green up, and hopefully expedite matters and get the blades of grasses going sooner than later.
Don't scratch the paint.
Deal. Answer. It's time for some viewer mail. Well, after last month's episode where I gave you guys an updated tour of our Stewcare shops here, got a lot of feedback, a lot of comments from all our lawn dog fans out there wanting to get a little bit more of an in-depth review of our inventory board that you can see behind me. So what I'm going to do today on this viewer mail segment is I'm going to give you a little bit more of a detailed explanation of what all we put on this inventory board and how we kind of track things and the purpose of having this inventory board. So I'm going to get behind the camera and kind of show you guys what exactly we have on our board here. So as you can see here, I've got it pretty much divided up into fluids, filters, belts, tires, and parts. Parts referencing the common grasshopper parts that we have found over the years that are kind of the wearable items that we know we want to keep on hand, because those things have a tendency to wear out quicker than the other stuff, so we want to make sure we have plenty of them on hand. But starting here on the first column of the fluids, going down through, you can see we have the 2-cycle oil, then we have our motor oils, transmission fluid, different engine coolants, tire sealant, our grease, power steering fluid, snow plow fluid, and windshield washer fluid. Those are the common fluids that we have here at our shop. These are the common fluids that we use on a regular basis, so we like to keep track of how many we have in stock. And it's a really neat process, very easy process. This board is mounted next to where we keep all of our fluids and all of our parts that are on this board. And as we take an item from the shelves, we come back over to the inventory board and reduce it by 1, 2, or however many you're taking off there. So it's a very easy and convenient process. The next column over you can see is filters. These are the various oil filters and fuel filters for our tractors. Starting at the top, you have some fuel filters, oil filters for various John Deeres and for the grasshoppers. And what we've done there, as you'll see on some of the other items, is we've actually gone ahead and put the part number on the indicated item, so that way it's a lot easier when you need to reorder that item. You don't have to dig back through the manual. You can just come right over here to the board. It's got your part numbers on there, and you can call a part supplier and get those parts coming your way. Next column over are the belts. These are the various types of belts that we need for our grasshopper mowers, as you can see. And like I say, again, we put the necessary part numbers on there, so it's a quick, easy reference. So when we need to get a belt, we can just come right here. Next column over is the tires that we try to keep in stock. Grasshopper pivot, grasshopper tractor, and the Woods pivot tires. Again, not so much a part number, but the size of the tires. So then when we call our tire supplier, we can have them ship us the appropriate size without having to dig back through the manuals. And then the final 2 columns you can see here is what I've labeled as parts. These are our grasshopper parts. These are the common things that over the years we have found it is necessary to keep them in stock, because these are the wearable items. Now some of these are pertaining to older grasshoppers that we no longer have, so some of this can probably actually be thinned out a little bit more. But again, these are the common things that we have found over the years of using grasshopper mowers. These are wearable items that we like to keep in stock, and again, like the other items, we put the part number on there, so it's a very quick, easy reference point, so you can go straight to the part supplier. You don't have to dig back through a manual to determine exactly what the part number is. And that basically is the inventory board that we have here at our Stewcare shop. Again, it's a very straightforward, very simple procedure. It's what we have found over the years works best for us. Hopefully this will help all you lawn dogs out there. Maybe this will give you some ideas for your shop, how you want to organize and arrange your inventory. Now obviously different machinery and different fluids, different things like that are going to require different parts and a different type of an inventory board. This is what we have found works best for us, but hopefully this will help you guys in deciding how you want to do your inventory board. But I appreciate all of you writing in and asking that. If there's any other lawn dogs out there that have any other questions, please feel free to write us at stewcare@gmail.com. We'll take the time to read your questions, answer your questions, and maybe your question will be featured on the next segment of Viewer Mail. Keep putting those blades to grass.
In the final process, the guys are out getting the frame that's been painted, powder coated actually, And as soon as it comes back, we've got the hood done. We're ready to do a final assembly. We've got all the rims cleaned up and the axles.
We're back from the powder coaters.
Oh yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh yeah. Put it on the table over there. It won't get damaged. That's green. That's the green we wanted. I didn't see anything but the pink tip.
That's Hollywood timing right there.
That is real good timing. We're ready for a final assembly. Everything is ready to go back together. Man, that's nice. Reinforcing. All right.
Done.